She stood there under the glaring streetlights of downtown Atlanta, Georgia, her hands clenched into fists as the rain soaked through her thin jacket. Her name was Aisha Thompson, a 42-year-old single mother who had scraped together every penny to buy her son Jamal that used Ford Focus 2 years ago. Jamal, now 17, was her pride and joy, a straight-A student at Westside High, working weekends at a local auto shop to save for college. That car was his ticket to independence, his way to drive himself to classes and his part-time shifts without begging rides from friends. He was Officer Derek Harlan, a 35-year-old beat cop with 12 years on the force, known around the precinct for his no-nonsense attitude that often tipped into outright bullying. Harlan patrolled these streets like he owned them, pulling over anyone who even slightly fit his profile of trouble. That night, he spotted Jamal's car sputtering on Peachtree Street, smoke billowing from the hood. Instead of offering help, Harlan flipped on his lights and sirens, blocking the lane with his cruiser. Jamal pulled over immediately, his heart pounding. He stepped out, hands visible, just like his mom taught him. "Evening, officer," Jamal said politely, his voice steady despite the fear knotting his stomach. Harlan swaggered up, his flashlight blinding Jamal's eyes. "What the hell is this junk heap doing on my road, boy?" Harlan barked, circling the car like a shark. He kicked the tire hard enough to dent the rim. "Look at this piece of crap. You steal this from a scrapyard or what?" Jamal swallowed hard. "No, sir. It's mine. The engine's overheating. Must be the radiator. I was heading home from work." Harlan laughed, a deep, mocking bellow that drew stares from passing drivers. "Home in this. Boy, you black kids think you can roll around in beat-up rides like you're kings of the street. This thing's a hazard. I'm towing it, and you're walking your ass home." "Sir, please." Jamal pleaded, his voice rising just a notch. "My mom's waiting. It's our only car. I can fix it tomorrow. I'm training at the shop." Harlan leaned in close, his breath hot on Jamal's face. "Fix it. With what? Your welfare check? Get real. You're just another statistic waiting to happen. Move before I cite you for reckless endangerment." Aisha arrived minutes later, rushing from her night shift at the hospital. She saw her son standing soaked and humiliated, Harlan scribbling a ticket. "Officer, what's going on here?" she demanded, her nurse's scrubs clinging to her skin. Harlan turned, smirking. "Your delinquent son here is driving a death trap. Tow truck's on the way. Pay the fine or lose the car." Aisha's eyes blazed. "Delinquent? He's an honor student. You can't just—" "Mom." Harlan interrupted, his tone dripping sarcasm. "Save the sob story. This ain't the projects. Pay up or push it home." The tow truck hauled the Focus away that night, costing Aisha $450 she didn't have. Jamal cried in silence as they walked 3 miles home. But Aisha, fueled by rage, made a vow. "We'll get it back, baby, and we'll show them." They did more than that. Over the next months, Jamal poured every dime from his job into repairs. But fate twisted harder. Aisha's brother, Uncle Ray, a retired mechanic from Detroit, passed suddenly, leaving Jamal his small but profitable auto repair business on the outskirts of Atlanta. Ray's will name Jamal the Hare, with one condition, expanded into a full dealership within a year. At 17, Jamal became the youngest black-owned dealership owner in Georgia history, Thompson Auto Empire. The sign read by Summer's End, gleaming under floodlights with 20 used cars lined up, all certified by Jamal's own hands. Word spread fast in the community. Customers flocked. Families, pastors, even city council members. Jamal hired 3 mechanics, all local black youth, and turned the lot into a hub of empowerment. Aisha quit nursing to manage the books full-time. Within 6 months, they cleared $250,000 in profit, paying off the old Ford and buying a fleet of vans for deliveries. He pulled up exactly 1 week after the mocking incident. Officer Derek Harlan in his personal Chevy Tahoe, engine knocking like a dying horse. It was a Tuesday afternoon, the dealership buzzing with customers. Harlan stepped out, badge off duty, looking sheepish in jeans and a polo. He scanned the lot, spotting Jamal behind the wheel of a test drive BMW, polishing it to perfection. Jamal froze, recognition hitting like a punch. Harlan approached, clearing his throat. Kid Jamal, right? Nice place you got here." Jamal stood tall, wiping his hands on a rag, his voice ice cold. "Officer Harlan, what brings you to Thompson Auto Empire?" Harlan shifted uncomfortably, glancing at the customers watching. "Look, my Tahoe's acting up. Knocking bad. You fix police vehicles." Jamal's laugh was sharp, echoing Harlan's own from that rainy night. "Police vehicles? We fix everyone who pays. But you? After what you did to my car?" "To me?" Harlan's face reddened. "That was procedure. You were blocking traffic? Bullshit." Jamal exploded, his voice booming across the lot. Customers paused, phones out, recording. Aisha emerged from the office, arms crossed, eyes like daggers. Procedure. You mocked my son, kicked his tire, called him a boy like he was nothing. Touted our only ride and laughed while we walked home in the rain. Harlan raised his hands defensively. Hey, easy. I'm here as a customer now. Name your price. I'll pay double. Double. Aisha stepped forward, her voice a whip. You think money erases humiliation? Jamal was terrified. He could have been hurt worse if you'd escalated like you do half the black kids you pull over. A crowd gathered, mechanics, buyers, even a news van that happened to be nearby for a local business segment. Harlan sweated, his tough guy facade cracking. This is ridiculous. I demand service. I'm law enforcement. Jamal leaned in, inches from Harlan's face, mirroring the cop's intimidation tactic. Law enforcement. You're just a bully in a uniform. Remember saying my car was a junk heap from the scrapyard? Well, guess what? This junk heap got me here. And your Tahoe, it's worse off than mine ever was. Harlan snarled, you ungrateful punk. I could shut this place down with one call. Health codes, permits, whatever. Aisha fired back. Try it. We're licensed, inspected, and loved by this community. Your precinct chief, he bought his wife's SUV from us last month. Said you cops need to learn respect. The argument heated to a boil. Jamal grabbed a diagnostic scanner, hooking it to Harlan's Tahoe right there in the lot. Listen to this, he said, blasting the engine noise over a speaker. Knock, knock, like knock. A radiator shot, just like mine was. Transmission slipping. Coast. The A3500. Cash up front. Harlan balked. 3,500 for a cop. Highway robbery. Jamal's eyes narrowed. Robbery. That's what you called my life. Pay or push it home, like you made us do. The crowd murmured approval. One customer, a burly trucker, yelled, fix it yourself, pig. Phones captured every word. Harlan fumed, veins bulging. You think this viral video scares me? I'll sue. Oh, sue. Aisha laughed bitterly. For what? Truth? We have dash cam from that night. Your laugh, your kick. Body cam too if you forgot to turn it off. Suspense hung thick. Harlan paced, dialing his sergeant. Yeah, it's Harlan. At some dealership, kids refusing service. Pa what? Chief's wife bought there. Stand down. He hung up, defeated, face ashen. Jamal crossed his arms. Decision time, officer. Pay up or walk. Harlan stood there, the lot silent except for the Tahoe's ticking engine. Minutes stretched into an eternity. Customers whispered, give it to him, Jamal. Aisha nodded, subtly let him stew. Finally, Harlan pulled out his wallet, slapping $3.500 on the hood. Fine. Fix it. But this stays between us. Jamal pocketed the cash coolly. Between us. Too late. He nodded to his team. Strip it down. Every bolt. Over the next 3 hours, the dealership turned into a spectacle. Jamal's mechanics, young, skilled, all-black teens like him, swarmed the Tahoe. Jamal narrated every step, mic'd up for the growing crowd and live streaming on the dealership's Facebook page, now at 5,000 viewers. See this radiator? Jamal boomed, wrench in hand. Cracked. Just like mine, Harlan mocked me for it, called it a death trap, cost him Lars $200 alone. Harlan hovered, seething. Hurry up, kid. Jamal spun on him. Hurry. You towed mine at midnight, no warning. We waited 48 hours to get it back. Your wait, 4 hours minimum. Aisha chimed in, handing tools. And while they work, let's talk stats. Officer. Atlanta PD pulled over black drivers 3 times more than white last year. Fines. W part of that? Harlan exploded. This is harassment. I'm filing a complaint. File away. Jamal shot back. Our lawyer's ex-PD. He hates bullies like you. The build-up intensified as parts piled up. 800 transmission rebuild. 600 brakes worn to threads. 300 tires bald as cue balls. Jamal itemized allowed total now $4,200. Overtime for your attitude. Harlan lunged forward. You can't charge extra. Aisha blocked him. Watch us. Small business rules. Your mockery. That's the fee. By hour 5, the crowd swelled to 200. Local news arrived. Channel 2, live, reporter, officer, comment on refusing service to a black-owned business. Harlan stammered, misunderstanding. Jamal under the Tahoe now, yelled from beneath, misunderstanding. Your words, ungrateful boy in a junk heap. Say it louder for the camera. Harlan bolted to his phone. Captain, this kid's slandering me. Captain's voice boomed on speaker. Jamal accidentally hit record. Harlan, stand down. Thompson's dealership sponsors our charity drive. Apologize or you're on desk duty. Humiliation peaked. Harlan muttered, sorry. Jamal slid out, grease streak loader. For the community. I'm sorry. Harlan roared, face purple. The lot erupted in cheers. Jamal's team finished at dusk. The Tahoe purred like new. He handed keys. Drive safe, officer. And next time, help instead of mock. Harlan peeled out, tires screeching, but the twist hit the next morning. Harlan's Tahoe broke down again, mile marker 5 on I-85. State trooper towed it back to Thompson's free of charge. Diagnosis. Sabotage, radiator hose sliced clean. Security cams caught Harlan himself sneaking back at 2 a.m., muttering, "Payback punk." Jamal pressed charges vandalism, attempted insurance fraud. Harlan was suspended, facing felony time. The video went viral, 10 million views. Thompson Auto Empire boomed, sales tripled. National media flooded in. Jamal got scholarships from BEAT and ACP. Aisha testified at City Hall. PD mandated sensitivity training. 1 year later, Jamal, 18, cut the ribbon on his second location. Harlan, fired, now flipping burgers at a drive-thru. Last seen, he bought a used Civic from Thompson's. Jamal addressed the crowd, from mock to mogul. Respect changes everything. If you're in New York, London, or anywhere fighting injustice, watch this full story on our channel. Hit play now. Share with 10 friends who need this win. Subscribe for more real turnarounds. Demand better. Tag your mayor for justice repaired.